continue. So let me turn down the music a little bit. We're going to continue on, and we are going to try to finish up building this initial wireframe into actual code. So to remember where we left off, it was not that. It was not that. It was I need to close out tabs. Is what it was. Okay, this is where we left off before with this code right here. Okay, remember it was in a week 2 a folder that we made for this particular project, and we have these files in it. Style.css, which doesn't really have anything in it right now. Index.html, which is where we've been putting all the structure, which is HTML. A bootstrap.css is where we copied the bootstrap link and put it down in here so that we could customize it for what we want. And then this was the image that we grabbed from Hawking College's webpage. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We should have a website that looks, a webpage that looks something like this. Doesn't look exactly like the current Hawking College webpage, but that's okay. Maybe ours is better. I don't know. But we get the idea where we're going here. I'm sure there'll be some last minute, this little final tune-ups and cleanups of what we'll be doing. Okay, so back to this. The next thing we're going to do is this whole like top banner kind of thing of the Hawking College Spirit Store. Now, what's nice about Figma is like once you design it in Figma, if you look on the right-hand side, it's already there. Like the code, you just need to copy and paste that CSS and you're done. Like this box shadow, you don't have to worry about that. It's already actually got it remembers the code, that hex code. It remembers all of this stuff, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and go back into our index CSS. And I am, before we get any further, I'm going to go ahead and cut this, Control X, and I want to put this in our styles.css, just to kind of clean up our code a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and save this. And if I do a preview, it's going to break. You know that, right? Well, not break, but it's not going to look the same. And the reason why is, give a short few seconds to see if anybody knows the answer while I'm typing in the answer. It is because we have not connected the style sheet. And so we're going to connect the style sheet to our HTML page. And we hit refresh again. And it's back to what we want. Okay. So I was able to save some room up here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. I may need it later. If it does, I'll just put it back in there. Now that's a lot of content right here for me to scroll down through, and I don't really always want to do that. So what's nice about VS Code as well is you can kind of minimize something. You can kind of compress or minimize. I don't know what the correct term is. But over on the left-hand side, you see those little arrows? You know, you can hit those little arrows and it'll start, shrinking some stuff down. And so I don't have to scroll forever to get to something. Okay, so that's nice. Okay, now we're going to work on that banner. So let's go ahead and go down here. Let's make a comment, say blue banner for the Hawking College Hawk. Is it Hawks? I don't know. Spirit Store. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we copy and paste the code from Figma. So let's go ahead and first do our banner. We need to declare that we're going to have a banner. So div, let's go ahead and make it a class, equals, actually take that back. Let's make it an ID. Blue banner. Want to make a div of blue banner. And I'm going to go, I should have kept this up. Style. And we're going to have the ID. We need to declare our ID of blue banner. So that's with the hashtag symbol. So hashtag blue banner. And now we need to give it our styling. So here I am going to just copy this. Control C to copy. And paste that in here. That's annoying when it doesn't do that. So I'm going to move that over by hitting tab. Save it, and let's see what it looks like. Not quite right. Okay, so there's some things that I need to kind of also, customize. Figma can't do all the work. So the width is giving me 1024, and that was on a smaller device, iPad or something, if I remember correctly. So for being on a laptop, that doesn't quite doesn't quite work now, does it? So let's go ahead and change this to 100% view width. Okay, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? I did something wrong. Maybe it's just 100%. Oh, absolute. I think that's been an issue. So let's get rid of the absolute. Let's make that relative, actually. Well, still not quite right. Let's just get rid of that by commenting it out. Okay, that didn't work either. What am I doing? Uncomment that. What are my other options with position? So let's see, what's fixed? I'm going to go back to absolute. Maybe. And see what some other things could be messing me up. So absolute. This should be right. Okay, let's just change this to 1000 pixels, for example. No, that was change it to 2000 pixels, for example. Okay, then it goes all the way across. So, I don't know why view it's not working. Okay, but I think this is part of our problem. Like, I don't want this all the way down. I want it up a little bit. And right now it's listed as a top of 302 pixels from it, and I don't want it that much. So let's do 200 pixels. Okay. Oh, why was it full before, not now? It makes me wonder if this was just a lag. Okay, this is frustrating. Okay. Trying to think why this is not doing what I wanted to do. I'm going to pause this while I figure this out because I don't know the answer yet. Okay, so this should have been easier than what it was, and I don't really know what is causing the issue still. I got it like a hacky kind of fix, but I don't really know what's the underlying cause right now. And I'm at the point right now, I'm like a hacky fix works. So before I pause this to, you know, figure out what's going on here, I have a div ID. So anywhere where it says the blue banner ID, it's going to have the CSS. I'll go back up to here in just a second. I just put some text in here just for something as I was trying to troubleshoot it. So where you have the ID of the blue banner. So the position I left alone, it was absolute. The width I changed from whatever it was for the iPad size to 100 view width. I guess you don't put a percent sign on this one. The height is fine. The margin left, this is where I got kind of hacky. If I did not do like the negative margin, which would put it towards, like I'll comment this out and show you what it was doing. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this is what it looks like now with the hacky version of it. But if I refresh, this is what it was doing. And if you scroll, it goes to the right. I have no idea why. And I was getting to the point of I don't care why, I just want it fixed. So I did the negative margin. It works. So I'm happy with that right now. And then everything else, background color, box shadows fine. And the top was fine as well. Well, I think I changed the top just because I wanted it up closer. But other than that, it's fine. The other thing that I did also do, I noticed that this was going away sometimes, like where I had this like white nav. And what I had to do was do a closing nav tag. So like, let me take that out so you can see what it was doing. It may do it, it may not. Okay. Well, that for one, it did that. And there were some other things that sometimes this would disappear or would move down here. That's not what I wanted. So that was fixed whenever I, put that closing nav tag on there, and that was fixed. So that's what I did on that. So next is to do the, what does it say? Hawking College Hawks Spirit Store. Okay. Let's do Hawking College Hawks Spirit Store. Okay, now let's look at the styling that we have here. So we click on the content that we have here, the white text. And on the right-hand side, you will see it has the styling of it. So let's see where this takes us now. I'm going to go ahead and do a span ID. Let's see, blue banner content, because we're in a blue banner now. This is the content. Then I'm going to close that span, and then I'm going to go up to the top and add another one. So it's a ID, so it's a hashtag, blue banner content. And then I want to paste that stuff from Figma, and let's see where this takes us after I do that. It took us nowhere. Okay, where did it go? So let's do Control-Shift-I to look at the inspect. So whenever we start doing responsive, this needs to be fixed. And I need to fix it outside of a hacky attempt. But anyways, for the purpose that this works until I figure out what's going on here. Okay. So did I name it right? Blue banner content, blue banner content. It looks right. So where is it? Okay, it looks like it's down here. Yeah, since it's white, I'm assuming that's why we can't see it. So let's change that to black. There we go. Want to leave it. Let's go ahead and change this to black for the moment so I don't lose it again. Okay, and go ahead and close this out. Refresh this. Okay, I can see it now. We'll change it back to white shortly. But let's fix it first. So I want it on the blue banner. So again, whenever I was doing the wireframing, it was on an iPad. So this is now on a laptop. So I got to make some customizations. And then, ultimately we would like to work on the responsiveness just to make sure that it's working adequately for all different sizes. Okay, so blue banner content. Okay, so my blue banner, it's in a position of absolute. Okay, it's absolute, so this should be good. Want to leave the width alone. Want to leave the height alone. The left, let's see. Let's mess with the top first. Okay, let's do 200 pixels and see where that takes us. Okay, that's higher up, so that's good. Looks like we're going to get hacky again, maybe. Let's do that. Okay. Let's see. Let's say text align center, but it's not, well, the width of it. Let's do 100. The width. That didn't help. Let's move the top up a little bit. Oh, well, where did that come from? I don't know. Was it just a delay or what? I'm going to undo that and see if that fixed it and it was just a delay. Okay, that goes back over there. And change that to view width. Okay, that did fix it. It was just like a delay or I was impatient or one of the two. And it was already text aligned to center, but it was center to whatever the previous dimensions were. So I changed the width to 100 view width and it put it in the middle. I still want to move this up a little bit. So I want to make that 90. And maybe just a tad bit more up, 80. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and make this white again. Okay. That's good for right now. That's kind of what we have on our Figma. Just that. It's got different kind of word wrapping because of the size of the screen. That's pretty much the gist of what we got. So now we got these 4 items here that are going to be hyperlinks. And this is where we're going to start playing with SVG and Canvas a little bit for these little diagram thingies and maybe some other components here. So let's go ahead and add these links in a list. And since I'm done, pretty much done here, this works. I want to go ahead and move this over to our CSS file just to separate it and keep my content on my HTML just a little bit shorter. And after I save that, it should all still work. Okay. So let's do this clothing, gifts, technology, supplies, and textbook lookup. I'm going to compress these again. going to do a comment of categories of items and spirit store, just so I can kind of segment what I'm doing here. So the first one was clothing. So this is going to be an unordered list, and I don't want bullets icons. So let's see if I remember how to do that. So unordered list, UL, and list style. Let's see, there was something. None. No. Bullet list. The style image is what I was wanting. That's going to be none. Let's see if I got that right, and then we'll make that into some CSS stuff. Let's see. So it was clothing. Let's see if nothing appears for a bullet. Well, yeah, nothing appeared, but also appeared up there. Well, it did appear, and it did appear up there, so I have no idea. That's just plain out wrong. So, just want to take this out because I know I can fix it. I just don't know off the top of my head the code to do it. But I'm more perplexed why this is up here. Let's put a breaking line. Well, okay. Let's do this a different way. Let's go ahead and do a div class. I want to make like a container. So we're going to do a item container. Okay, so let's give our class some stuff. So it's going to be item container, and let's do top or margin top rather. And let's do, I don't know, 500 pixels. See where things are. Okay, it's further down, so okay. So let's see, how do I do bullets, no image, HTML. The style image, okay. Boom, 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 boom. That's if I want to put a different image. It's not really what I'm wanting. So let's start image. So looks like I was doing it right. Let's see. Looks like it needs to be applied to the unordered list instead of to the list items. That's where I was going on. Okay, so this is Mozilla. This is another resource tool to try to figure out what you're doing wrong. So here's an example of HTML. They're doing a list of items, but according to the CSS, the list style image, where I would be none instead of the star thing, is supposed to apply to the UL tag and not the LI tag, which is where I was applying it to. Okay, lesson learned on that. Let's see if it works. List style. What was it called again? Yeah, list style image. Oh, wait a minute. Style list style image, and we want none. Does this work? No. That should work. Maybe it was this list style type. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Type. There we go. It's gone. Okay, it was the type, not the image. And it was to the UL, not the LI. So, wasn't right about much on that one. Okay, so now let's also apply some font size. So, text size, or maybe it was font size. Font size is font size. Let's do larger. Okay, I want it larger still. So let's do extra large. I want larger still. Let's do something like, I don't know, see how far 400 px is. Probably too much. Yeah, you think? Okay, let's do 100 px. Still too much. 80 px. Let's do 60 px. 50 px. And that's good enough. Okay, good. There we go. So let's do, what was the other items? It was clothing, gifts, technology, supplies, and textbook lookup. Okay, so I have all of this here. Now you'll notice that the styling of the font size, it is on every single item, even though I did not apply the style itself to these list items. Now, if you were in front of me, you would know that the answer to the reason why it's not, even though it's working, even though it's not applied to the individual list items, it's because it inherits from their parent, and their parent is the UL. So the UL says the font size is going to be 50. By golly, his children are going to listen and be 50. If you get an unruly one that says that they want to be something else, and they want to put their own styling on it because kids are brats sometimes, then they would do something like, I want to be 30. And it would be 30. It would be the oddball in the bunch. It would be the black sheep. But we don't want any black sheep, so we're just going to take that out. But basically what I was trying to get at, all these list items, I only had to put the styling up here in the UL instead of the individual list items because it inherits from the parent until it wants to be a rebel like this one. And I'm going to take that out because we don't want no rebels. Okay. So we'll hit refresh. I want this a little bit more towards the left-hand side. So item container. Did I do anything? Did I make anything? Item container, I did. So it's going to be the margin top was 400 pixels. And let's do, I'm assuming it's inheriting something from somewhere above as part of the bootstrap, but I don't want it, it's too much in the center for me. So I'm going to do margin left. Let's do minus 20 pixels. Let's see where that takes me. And not much. 200 pixels. Okay, I'll leave it at that. I'm okay with that. Okay, so these are all going to be links. So let's go ahead and put some links in there. Start with the linking. Even though we don't have anywhere to link it to yet, we can go ahead and put the placeholders in there. So before the, let's see. Actually, let's do it before the clothing word and after the li. Let's see if this works. We're going to do the a anchor tag href, and we're just for the placeholder. We're going to do the double quotes, pound sign, double quotes, the closing caret, and then we're going to close that anchor tag, that a tag, on the other side of the word clothing. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks fine. So I'm going to copy this from, let's see, all of that. We're going to mimic the same thing for here. You just have to correct the closing A tags, make sure it's on the other side of the word that you're wanting to be a link, which are clothing, gifts, technology, supplies, and textbook lookup. Okay, so we got that. So these should all be links to nowhere, but links. And now we want to do the, let's go ahead and do the bottom part, and then I'll make another video regarding the canvas and the SVGs. So the bottom part of this was, we are getting in new items this month. So let's see if this is as difficult as this was. This was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. Okay, this div goes to this one, so I'm going to be underneath it. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a comment. This is new items coming in banner and orange. So we're going to do a div ID hashtag equals hashtag orange banner. Did I do that right? I think so. Okay. I think I'm getting a little tired. So what we want to say is we are getting in new items this month. We are getting in new items this month. Exclamation. See what it looks like right now. It looks like that, and that's it. That's not what we want. So let's give it some characterization. So let's go here. If I click on the orange, it gives me what I need for that. And I already kind of expect this to be kind of, cumbersome like the blue was, but at least hopefully I have a better idea of what I'm doing on this. Oh, so I want to go to the CSS up on top and the styling. I'm going to go ahead and change this or add the hashtag of orange banner. And then add that styling. Okay, and let's go in here and see what happens now. A whole lot of nothing, because I think I messed up somewhere. I think this is it. I knew something looked weird. Okay, let's try this. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, there it is. Okay, so kind of, sort of, almost, not quite. So let's make some adjustments as soon as my computer, on there we go. So let's look, wish I didn't copy. Let's see what we got for blue banner. So the width of blue banner, we would want the same for anything for orange banner. The height, we would want the same. The left, we would want the same. The top, not the same, because that's from the margin. So let's copy that. And let's paste it in here. Oops, shoot. And move that over. So the width, that conflicts it. So let's get rid of this one. Height. And let's keep the original height. Get rid of the one from the blue banner. The left, let's keep the one we got. Or let's keep this one from the blue one. And top, we want to keep that one because it's at a different point. So let's kind of close up the gaps here. Hello.
What are you doing?
Okay. Where was I? My husband came in. Okay, so I was trying to close the gaps here. Oh, if I hit Control Delete, that does that so much better. Okay. Let's see where we're at now. Okay, and you get too much white space on the left-hand side, so let's fix that. And to be, maybe I think that was supposed to be 15. That was supposed to be negative, wasn't it? Okay. Good enough for now. There's got to be a reason. I don't know why it's not working the way I want it to, but whatever. Hacky fixes work. Okay, so now we need to fix the content in there, and we should. Let's get back to styles.css, blue banner content. Oh, I was copying the wrong thing. This was what I meant to copy. This is what I copied. Oh well, let's go ahead and copy this again. And let's go ahead and copy all of this. Copy that. I'm going to name this orange banner content. Position's fine, width's fine, height's fine, left's fine, top not fine. Let's make top, what is it here? 1002 pixels. 1002 pixels. Semicolon. Control delete. Oh, that kind of worked last time. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let's add the orange banner content span tag down here. Span style equals orange. Yeah, orange banner content. Okay, just fixing a couple evidently typos that I made. And let's see where this looks like now. Looks like nothing. Why does it look like nothing? Oh, ID, not style. Looks like, well, it looks like that I should need to make this black so I can see it. See where it went. I still don't see it. Oh, it's way down there. So that's way off. Oh, it's freezing on me again. Okay. So this is way down there when it should not be. So that's bad. Oh, VS Code closed on me. So the top is that far down, so I don't know why this, unless it's away from this. See when I do take that out. Okay, must have something to do with that. Okay, so if I had to venture a guess, I'd say this was saying 1002 pixels, away from the banner instead of being in the banner and away. I was originally thinking this is going to be like the top, the distance from the top of the page, like the top of the margin page. I was wrong. It's evidently probably from the distance from this orange banner here. So I do want a little bit, so I'm going to put some padding. Padding top. Let's do 15%. And that didn't work. Unless it's just frozen again. No, it went down. It's not what I wanted. And now I can't. And VS Code keeps closing on me. It's kind of on my nerves. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so one a little bit more down. I'm gonna do pixels instead of percent. Let's do something like 20 pixels. It's freezing on me. Let's do 40 pixels. Okay, let's do 60 pixels. You can see it goes down when it doesn't freeze. like it is right now. Okay. So let's go ahead and make this white again. There we go. Actually, no, I want that black. I don't like the white on the orange, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, so we have this page. This needs room. This needs some areas, has improvement. I don't like the way that the banner's not working like the way I want it to. It looks fine just looking at it close up. But once you start playing with the responsiveness, it does that stuff, and so does this stuff up here. So there are some things that still need to be improved on. But it serves the purpose and, to build upon a project. The other thing that we're going to be doing in the future videos is working on the canvas and SVG files by adding this little triangle thingies in there. But that's all for this. So we got the basic structure. The top looks better than the bottom, but we can continue to prove up on that and figure out how to do stuff that's not so hacky. Okay, that's it for this particular video. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.